resistance there, you might not. Keep repeating that movement again, rubbing the hands together and up the backs of the hands as well. And then just repeating that pulsing movement. And then let your hands come down either side of the body. Breathe in, lift your arms up, let your palms meet up overhead. And guide your hands down towards your heart. Take a nice big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let your hands come down by your sides and bring yourself up to a standing position. And we begin to create that figure of 8. Let the movement come from your hips. Gently rolling the soles of the feet along the mat. This lovely flowing movement. Leaning into it. We're going to use this movement to activate the body's energy. Start steadily allowing the arms to lift up. Bending your knees as you move. Creating that figure of 8 up above, crown of the head. Bringing it down. Coming down towards the ground. And then twisting to one side, doesn't matter which side. And then moving to the other side. And then allow your figure of 8 to go wherever you want to go this evening. Close your eyes and really get into that flow. And it's through these flowing movements that we can draw that prana, that life force energy into our being. And it's that life force energy, that prana, that chi, that helps us to flow, to move through life with ease, steadily and easily. Stepping your feet closer towards one another, and then let your hands come down by your sides and just begin to twist one way and then the other. Keeping the knees nice and soft. And this is the first class in 9 years of teaching that we're not starting with shaking. I don't know what came over me this morning when I planned it. I'm going to start to let the arms lift up now. And they come towards elbow level. Moving in this way, it helps us to let go. It releases latent energy from the spine, the discs within the back. Give the opposite shoulder a tap. And then let the arms go up into that space above. Enjoying that twist, feeling the air, freedom. It's like you're creating a big smile overhead. The arms come down. As your arms come down, lift your heels. Let your sternum lift. Really noticing how the spine moves, vertebra by vertebra. Let the arms lift up again. All the way up overhead. Getting the heart rate going, the blood pumping through the body, and the organs to function at optimum capacity, just moving. Beautiful, let those arms come down. And then give your knees a little bend, stretching out the quads. Lovely, and then come back to standing. As you come back to standing, begin to circle your shoulders back. Sink down into your knees. Breathe in. Lift, breathe out, sink. Creating those circles. And then begin to move one shoulder and then the other. Allow your hips to flow. This will be snake-like movement happening in your spine. Your elbows start to lift up. And that space in your ribs. Swinging the arms through and underneath. Then we go back to that figure of 8. This time take it really wide, take up that space. And again, let your figure of 8 go wherever you need to go. Activate your body's energy system. And coming to stand, just let your body stop moving. Allow your feet to be about shoulder distance, like mine. A bit more. My shoulders aren't that big, are they? Sink down into your right knee, stretching out that adductor on the left. Use your exhalation to ease down into it. Beautiful. Lift up, sink down into the other side. Repeat that a few times. So lift and sink. Lift and sink. And then depending on how you feel this evening, lower yourself down. And both feet facing forwards. And you're stretching out that muscle on the inside of your thigh. Lovely. Turn the foot. So your left foot, turn it so it's in line with the leg. So you're pointing your toes. Just relaxing into it, letting that muscle lengthen. Bring your foot forward. And then take your hands, so your hands go into the space between your two knees, and then just lean forward. So you're loading that stretch. Lift up. Take yourself over to the other side. Just allowing the body to sink down, so you're feeling a nice deep stretch on that adductor muscle. Turning your foot so it's in line with the legs, so you're pointing your toes. And then taking your hands to the space between your two knees, and then ease the body forward, so you're doubly loading it, you're loading it with extra. But always remembering to never push the body. We're just taking things steady, we're taking it easy. And then have a moment where you just shift in your weight between the 2 feet, and you can come up as high as you wish or as low as you wish. And then lifting up. So you're in a wide leg forward bend, hold your elbows and just swing between your 2 big toes. Giving that nice deep stretch through those hamstrings. Bringing your palms down onto the mat in front between your feet, or just in front of your feet. Bend your knees a little bit. Turn from the base of the spine and raise your right arm up above your body. And look up towards that hand. That arm come back down, bending the elbow, placing the hand back down onto the mat. You can bend your knees and then raise the other arm up, twisting through the spine. Arm lift so it's vertical. Look up towards your hand. And then bringing it back down. Straightening the legs, turn from the base of the spine, raise your right arm up. But this time we're going to rotate the arm a few times in the socket. So you're twisting away any tension from the arm. Let the arm go soft and let it come back down to the mat. Turn from the base of the spine, lift the other arm up. And then again, twisting away. So the movement comes from the socket. Beautiful. Let that arm come down. Walk your feet back together. Bend your knees so your abdomen rests onto your thighs. Take a breath or two here. And then slowly begin to stand up. Stacking each vertebra, taking your hands through that midline, reaching up. Get the sternum lift. Nice big stretch. Palms face down, flowing down into your forward bend. Bend your knees and begin to stand up, stacking each vertebra. Just creating a few little circles in front. We're going to get the heart center open. Breathe in as your arms lift up and breathe out as they come down. Beautiful lengthening happening through the spine. Microspinal wave. And it's like you're drawing energy or light up through your body. Like a fountain of light. Rising up through the spine, through the arms and hands, and then allowing it to cascade down around you. Beautiful. Pause with your arms up overhead. Reach up, palms face up, stretching up. Let your shoulders relax now. Let your palms come together. Bend your elbows so your wrists are just in front of the crown. Squeeze your elbows forward, breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to bend your knees and lengthen the arms up behind. So you come into Utkatasana, chair of the heart. I'm going to repeat that a few times. So draw the hands down towards the heart. It's time. Now, this time as your hands go up, you're going to keep your little fingers together and your thumbs, but your hands are going to open out like a lotus, like this. So we're going to sink down, breathe in. So breathe in. And as you breathe out, sink down, let your hands open out like that lotus. Breathe in, guide the hands down to your heart. Breathe out, sinking down. That's it, knees are over the feet. Nice stretch through the spine. This gets us lovely and warm. One more. You can gaze up towards the wrists. Just visualize, just tune into something you want to draw into your life, something you'd like to draw into your heart. And as you breathe out, let your fingers clasp together and guide that thing, whatever it might be, down. Close your eyes for a moment or two. And come down by the side. Step yourself over towards the front of your mat. Do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar, the salutation to the sun. Become very, very steady first of all. Let your weight evenly distribute through your body. Pressing down through the toes, through the heel, ball of the foot, and feel connected and anchored down to the earth. Gently tightening the muscles in the legs, lifting the kneecaps a tiny bit, park your pelvis. And as you breathe in, let the sternum lift so you feel length in your spine. Let your shoulders glide towards your ears and let your shoulders draw back. And just repeat that a few times, finding that perfect posture for you. Your palms connect in front of your heart. And gently pressing the palms together, just acknowledging the strength in your arms. Maintaining that relaxed shoulders. You let your hands come down by your sides. And then just rotating the arms so the backs of the hands are together. And we're going to breathe in, lift up. Please lifting up through the sternum. Breathe out, flowing down. So you can bend your knees and begin to rise back up, feeling that flow through each vertebra. That breath energizes the body, flowing down. Breathe in, rising. And breathing up, flowing down. One more as we rise up. The sternum lift. And as you come down this time, you're going to place your hands down onto the mat. Pausing your forward bend for a second. And then step back with your right foot. Bring your right knee down onto the mat. I'm going to go into Surya Namaskar. So you're going to take your arms back behind into flight. And then core muscles on, breathe in, let your hands come to eye level. Lovely. We'll do it 3 times. Just sweep the arms back. Lovely fluid arms, lifting up a bit higher. Lowering down, knee massages the abdomen. 3rd time, lifting all the way up, letting your eyes follow that gaze. Following the thumbs with your gaze. And coming down again. Arms move out behind. And then bring your palms down onto the mat, either side of your foot. Tuck your back toes under and step your feet through and drop down into your plank pose. We're going to hold it for a moment or two, feeling that strength building in your body. Shoulders are above the hands. Head in line with the spine. And then you can come down onto the mat. You can either bring your knees down first, then your chest, then your chin, or you can just bring the chest down. And then you're going to relax down onto the mat, let your whole body come down. And we're going to rise up. You can either come into Sphinx pose, so thumbs are at eye level, or you can rise up into your cobra. And we're going to do it 3 times. So rising up, breathing in, and breathe out as the body comes down. Awareness moves from the base of the spine, glutes are relaxed. Rising up a 2nd time. Breathe out as you come down. And then your 3rd time, really using the muscles in the abdomen, elbows in towards the body. And place the body back down. Taking your hands back 1 hand length, tuck your toes under and coming up onto your hands and knees. And then take your abdomen towards your thighs and lift up into Ardha Mukha, the dog pose. And you're going to walk your dog. So stretching out through the calf muscles. Let your head hang loose between your arms. Separate your fingers, press down into the fingers and the thumbs so you feel really anchored to the ground. And then step your feet to the sides of your mat. Imagine there's a thread attached to the coccyx, lift up, and then let your heels come down to the mat. Don't worry about straightening your legs though. So we don't see dogs with straight legs. Taking a few moments to breathe here. Stepping your feet back to hip distance and bring your right foot forward. So your right foot comes towards your hands, bring your left knee down. Pop your core muscles on, back to runner in flight. And breathe out, flowing down. Lifting a little bit higher each time. You've done 3. Let your hands come forward, place them down onto the mat. Step both feet back together at the front of your mat. Pausing your forward bend for a second. And then begin to rise up. And as though you're drawing up strength and steadiness through your body. And breathe out, flow back down. And it's said that this sequence of movements works like a tonic for the body and mind. It's often called the physician because it works on every major muscle in the body. It helps to regulate your hormonal system. Strengthens you. We'll do one more. This time as you come down, step back with your left foot, bring your left knee down onto the mat. Core muscles on and come into that runner in flight. Beautiful. Flowing. Feel that you can move at your own pace as well, because we're all seasoned yogis. Oops. There we go. When you're ready to come down, place your hands down either side of your leading foot. Step both feet back towards the back of your mat and drop down into your plank pose. Feel the body's strength building. That heat builds in the solar plexus. When you're ready to drop down, you can either come down knees, chest, chin, or bend your elbows and bring your chest down, and then lower your legs down onto the mat. And then either rising up into Sphinx or into your Cobra pose. Whichever one you choose to do, we're going to repeat it 3 times. Beautiful. Let your body come down. Take your hands back 1 hand length. And lift up, tucking your toes under, coming up into your Ardha Mukha dog pose. Walking your dog. Step your feet to the corners of your mat, lift up from the coccyx and then drop your heels down. And then just taking a few moments to find steadiness here. Step your feet back to hip distance when you're ready. And then bring your left foot forward to your hands, bring your right knee down. Back into runner in flight. Send your hands down when you're ready. Stepping both feet forward. Pausing your forward bend for a moment. See what your breath is doing. Let your breath regulate itself. And then begin to stand up and feel as though you're drawing that light up through your body. Up through your spine, and you open out to say hello to the sun. Slow down, softening as you come down. Allowing knees to bend and drawing up. And just one more. This time when you rise up, pause for a moment, let your sternum lift towards the sun. Allow your eyes to gaze up. And then let your palms connect up overhead. And guide your hands back down towards your heart. Put your hands down by your sides and just allow your body to stand for a moment. Just taking that mental snapshot of how you feel after those movements. And just begin to rotate the arms a few times, just like we did in that forward bending pose. So just twist the arms a few times. Let's circle your shoulders back. That's better. And then lift both shoulders back and just gently clasp your hands together around the level of this sacrum. Okay. And then draw shoulder blades together and then lift the arms up a tiny bit. And then I'll do this sideways so you can see what's happening. So you're going to breathe in. And then as you breathe out, let the body come down towards a tabletop back. You're going to bend your knees so your abdomen draws down towards your thighs. And then lengthen your arms down towards the sacrum. Now breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your arms come around and down towards the ground in front. Relax completely. And then we're slowly going to stand back up one vertebra at a time. I'm going to repeat that again. So circling shoulders back, clasp hands together, squeeze shoulder blades together, draw the hands a little bit away. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come into your tabletop. Bend your knees so abdomen rests onto thighs. Lengthen your arms down towards the sacrum. Lovely, breathe in. And as you breathe out, draw the arms apart, let them come down in front. And then slowly, slowly rise up. Work with the second. Have a drink of water. It seems to become power yoga. I think as it gets colder, it's really important to try and keep your body warm, that internal part of your body. You're okay? Yeah. Okay. Second hand gesture or second hand hold is to draw shoulders back, and you can just hold on to your elbows like this. Or you can draw shoulders back, bring your palms together, and just rotate your wrists and slide your palms towards one another between your shoulders. Then you just decide which one of those that you want to do. And I'm actually going to invite you down just to sit down for a moment or two, because I'm going to demonstrate this little sequence that we're going to work with this evening. So the seat of compassion is a flowing sequence of movements that really draw awareness down into the heart. We started working with it last week. We did 2 of the poses from it, but this week I'm going to add the rest of it together. And what you find if you practice it regularly is that you can really start to tune into feeling more compassionate, not just to other people, but towards yourself as well. And you really start to connect with the heart. So I think it's really important to see what things look like. So I'm going to demonstrate for you. I've added an extra bit as well. There you are. I'm not going to do both sides. Back you up to your feet and we'll work through it. So we'll do it really slowly. So we've prepared quite a bit of it, and bits of it you did last week anyway. So I think if you bring yourself over towards the left-hand side of your mat, we'll step to the right side first of all. And just let the soles of your feet sink down and just arrive into your mountain pose, and let your body just take a few breaths as you get really steady. And let that awareness come towards your heart. And strengthen steadiness up through the legs, parking the pelvis to neutral. Awareness rises into the chest, and just let your shoulders lift up and circle your shoulders back. Feel the crown of your head rising up. And let your palms connect in front of your heart. So we're going to work with Utkatasana, chair of the heart, with the lotus mudra. So begin by breathing in. And as you breathe out, you're going to raise your hands up and let that lotus mudra open as you bend your knees. You breathe in, straighten the legs and guide your hands back towards your heart. Breathe in, sinking down, stretching the fingers, that's it. Thumbs and little fingers stay together. Breathe out, draw down. On the third time, it's our last time. You can look up towards the back of the wrists. Beautiful, drawing down. You're going to release your hands out to the side and step out towards the right side. Let your arms open out. And then turn the toes of your right foot 90 degrees. Take your left heel back and let your hips turn as you bring your hands behind, and decide what hand gesture you're going to work with. So you can either hold your elbows or place your hands together. So get yourself really steady and anchored and rooted through your feet. First thing to do is to lift up and just let the body recline back a little way. And it's very, very subtle, this movement. You're going to bend your right knee a tiny bit, and then you move from the base of your spine and just begin that lovely rocking movement. And it moves with the breath. So you breathe out as you come forward and breathe in as you come back up. And it's like a ripple of energy moving through your spine. You're leading it with your heart. Okay. And just come in as far down as what feels good for you. You can use your knee, you can use your leg. Now this time, let your body come all the way down to what its most comfortable place is in that forward bend. Check you've got your glutes and your core muscles on. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your arms float out in front and place your palms down. So bend that knee just in front of your right foot. And then you're going to use your palms and you're just going to lift your left foot off the mat and bring your knees together. So you come into crane pose. So knees come together first of all. That's it. And then extend that leg back and you come into that T-balance. And then if you feel really comfortable and steady, you can lift that leg all the way up. That's it. And you can have your nose towards your knee. And then bring that leg down. Place the tip of your toe down and then lower your knee down onto the mat. That's it. Core muscles on. Press down into your front foot. Lift up. Both palms press away. That's it. And you sink down through your hips. Now left hand faces towards you and you're going to circle that left hand around, create some circles around. You can let your hips move so you can really stretch that psoas muscle at the same time. Beautiful. Synchronize your breath with it. So you breathe in as the arm comes up, breathe out as it comes down. That's really nice. You can follow the hand with your eye. And then make this one your last one. And then press those palms away. And then your right hand's going to go up over the top, just like a rainbow. And then turn both palms away. Okay, everything's going to draw in. You're going to draw the backs of the hands in towards your body. And then as you breathe out, you look away from you. So look towards your hand and stretch through the heart. That's it. Lovely. Draw the hands in again. This time you face forward, so face towards me. And stretch away. And then on your third time, drawing in again. So squeeze shoulder blades together. And then you look towards that front hand. Look back towards your hand behind. Lift that arm all the way up. Bring both palms back together. Place your hands back down onto the mat. Tuck your back toes under and step your foot in a little bit. Core muscles on. Arms go back behind into whatever hand gesture you're going to do. And then you lift up, pressing down into that knee. And then we do a bit more of that charity pose, that rocking. And then on your third one, come all the way back up. Turn your hips towards the front. Release your hands down. And then turn towards the other side. Core muscles on, take your shoulders back. Place your hands together. Or whatever you're going to do with your hands. And then we repeat that on the other side. So breathing in, lifting sternum. Breathe out, bend that leading knee and begin to feel that flow through your spine. So it moves from you're moving from the heart. You can take 3 or 4 of these flowing movements to come all the way down. Just lowering yourself down to wherever your pose is going to be. You can straighten that leg if you wish. Bring your hands out in front, place your hands down onto the mat. Let your knees come together so your right shin lifts off the mat. Pop your glutes on and then stretch that leg back into your T-balance. If you're happy in your T-balance, you can stay here. If you want to, you can lift that leg all the way up. And then bring in the tip of the toe down onto the mat, bring your knee down onto the mat. Core muscles on, breathe in, lift up, both palms press away. Lovely. And then you're going to circle that right hand around. And then just one more. And then pause, breathe in, breathe out, push the hands away. Following the right hand with your gaze, taking that hand behind. Turn both palms away. Breathe in, draw in the backs of the hands in towards your shoulders. And as you breathe out, you sink and look towards the hand behind you. Breathe in back towards the front and then face forwards. And then on your third time, you look towards your left hand. Turn your head so you're looking all the way back to that back hand. Lift the arm back over. Place your hands down either side of your leading foot. Step your back foot back in. Core muscles on. Rearrange your hands and lift up. And then a few more of those lovely rocking movements. And the body to come back to the front, hips face forward. And then we end with the chakra spiral. Let your hands come down, breathe in, let both arms lift up. That breath, palms come together, index finger points up and you interlace the other 4 fingers. And then we're going to come down. So you're going to come down that right side and create a big spiral. Breathe out as you come down. Second at the level of the hips, level of the heart, level of the throat, level of the eyebrows, And then step your feet back together and then do one for the crown, tiny one. Lift up, reach up. And then let your palms come together and let your hands come down in front of your heart. Close your eyes for a few moments. Allow your awareness to rest at the heart. Ready, bring your hands down by your side, and you might just want to stand, just be a witness to any thoughts. And invite you to come down onto your mats, down onto your tummies. Separate your feet wide. Let your heels be and your toes point out. Hold one arm on top of the other, place your forehead onto your arms, and take a few long, slow breaths in your crocodile pose. Allowing the body's energy system to lay horizontal. A few moments to be still. Sitting down into the abdomen, down into the belly, in the ground underneath. And then guiding your heels closer together. Sliding your hands underneath your shoulders. And lift yourself back into the pose of a child. Let your head tuck in. And take your hands back by your ankles when you're ready, palms facing upwards. Just taking those long, slow, deep breaths. Inviting you to spend as long as you need down here. That wonderful stretch through your spine, through the spinal nerves. When you're ready to rise up, you can rise up. And I'm going to invite you to come down onto your backs. Get your blankets handy for Shavasana, but we're just going to do a few little stretchy movements first. And if you can adjust your camera so I can see you, that'd be great. And then come down onto your backs, bring your knees into your chest. Massaging your back, your sacrum. Rocking from side to side. Then hold on to your left leg, send your right leg away, and just begin to circle your hip a few times. That leg around, that knee around. Your focus is in on your hip. And then place your left foot onto your right knee, place your hand onto your knee, and the other arm onto the mat, and then go into that lovely twist. Once you've got into that shape, take some breath and use your exhalation to relax into it. Let your shoulders be as relaxed as possible. Then come back through to the middle. Straighten up your hips. Slide your right leg away, bring your left knee in, and circle that knee around. It's the sole of your left foot onto your right knee, your left hand onto the mat, and come down into your twist. Let your shoulders stay as relaxed as possible on the mat. Using your out breath to let your body sink down. A gorgeous rotation through your spine. And then roll back to the midpoint. Straighten up your hips, bring your knees in one more time. And just allow your body to rock, to roll, to move in a way that's just perfect for you. And then slide your legs away. Let your toes roll out to the side, palms face up, and get your blankets and your cushions and all your comfy things. Get yourself ready for your relaxation. Then we've reached the most important part of the class. This is the bit where you get a chance to lay down and all the adjustments happen. So when you do yoga, obviously you're moving your body, but you're moving things internally as well. You're massaging the organs, the glands, every cell within your body gets adjusted in some way. So it's so important that we do Shavasana to let everything settle afterwards. So just begin by giving yourself permission to be still. Taking some nice long, slow breaths. And taking a moment to scan through your body. On your toes. Just checking in, noticing the bones in the feet. Ankles, your shin, your calf, your knee. Glutes. Pelvis. All of your spine. Noticing the expansion now of the chest as you breathe in. Space. And just taking a few nice, long, slow breaths. Notice your arms and your hands and your shoulders. And then relax and soften the face. Bringing your awareness now towards the soles of your feet. As you breathe in, draw the toes in towards you so you feel a stretch down through the back of the legs. And then breathe out and point the toes away. Breathe in, drawing the toes in once more. And breathe out, point the toes away. Breathing in, pressing the backs of the knees down into the mat. Feeling the tightness in the quads. And breathe out, softening and letting go. Tightening the glutes, left and right. And lifting pelvic floor. Breathing in and breathing out a couple of times as you hold on to those strong muscles. And relaxing and softening, letting go. Just the sacrum down into the mat. Relax the sacrum. Your tummy button down towards the spine. Feel that tightness. And soften, relax, and let go. Taking a nice long deep breath in now and allowing that breath to travel right down into the lower parts of the lungs, expanding the ribs as you breathe in. And breathe out and soften. Roll your thumbs in towards your palms. Wrap your fingers around your thumbs. And just roll the arms in towards the body. Breathe in. And breathe out, rolling the arms away. Stretching the fingers. And then relax, allowing the fingers to curl. Turn your head to the right side and the left side. And then let the head come back to the middle. Scrunch up your eyes, furrow the brow, move the jaw. And let your face relax. Soften your eyes. And then notice the softness of the breath. Gentle ebb and flow as the breath fills you. Breath is received and released. Warmth. And the breath is released. With each exhalation, feel the body sinking into a place of relaxation, of calm, still. And let that awareness go back to your feet. And around your feet, invite the soothing light. Be any colour you choose. Be soft pink, orange, warm shade. And breathe in now, and as you breathe in, feel that light soothing and nourishing your foot, softening the tissues, softening the bones. It travels along the sole of the foot and into your heel, into your ankle. Breathe out and let go. Softness now arrives into your shin and your calf, up into your knee, soothing and healing. Just breathe in that nurturing light in. Breathe out, let go. Soften. This up into your legs, into the long bones in the legs, the strong muscles, into the hips and the pelvis, into the organs of the pelvis, nourishing and softening, bringing about relaxation, body's healing response. And breathe out. Softness now in the belly, the back of the body. And it melts down through your shoulders and through your shoulder blades and into the chest, into the heart. And into your arms and into your hands. Breathe now into letting go. And go of any tiredness and heaviness. And that soothing light finds its way into the upper part of the chest and the throat. Into the face, the eyes, the cheeks, the smile. And as you breathe out now, it's going to invite you to spend a few moments just resting here in this sanctuary of stillness and peace. We're going to start this process of reawakening now. Starting at the crown of the head. And here invite the brightest light, radiant, energizing and vibrant. And as you breathe in now, that light starts to pour down over your body. And it pours down over the face, awakening the eyes, flowing down the central column of the body, travels through each energy center, balancing and harmonizing, bringing fresh energy and vitality to the organs and systems within your body. Deepening the breath now, and that light travels down into your arms and your hands, down into the hips and down into the legs, into your feet and down into your toes. So the whole of your body feels energized, yet peaceful and calm. Let's take a few nourishing breaths now and begin to move in a way that's perfect for you, turning over onto one side. And then pressing your palms down into the mat and just bringing yourself back into that seat, into your seated place. I'm just going to sit for a moment or two. And bringing your fingertips in towards your palms, and letting your palms connect as rubbing your hands together. And then placing your palms over your eyes. Allow your eyes to open. Separate your fingers, allowing your eyes to adjust slowly. With your forehead tap. And your jaw. Self the dust off. And then take your arms all the way up over. Arms come together. And the hands come to you. Then Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this evening's class, and you enjoyed the seat of compassion.